Listen closely. That isn't just the sound of a morning commute. It's the rhythm of a language you haven't learned to feel yet. The mechanical loop. Every single morning, millions of people around the world do the exact same thing. They open a heavy door, they walk down the cold stairs, they get on a train, and they wait. It is mechanical. It is a routine. It is a mundane rhythm that we repeat until our brains go on complete autopilot. And for a language learner, this autopilot mode is a graveyard of dead vocabulary. When you are on a daily commute, your brain doesn't think in English. If it does, it uses the most basic, boring words possible. I get on the train. The train moves. The station is crowded. I am tired. But what if we change the rules of the game? What if we stopped using these generic transit verbs and started painting our reality with words? Today, we are going to bridge the gap between mechanical repetition and true fluency by layering sensory texture onto the mundane rhythm of your daily life. We are going to transform a standard, robotic journey into a vivid, cinematic narrative. Sensory awakening. Let's step into that exact same morning commute, but this time, let's look at it through the lens of true fluency. The station doesn't just have people. Look closer. It is a shuffling, shoulder-to-shoulder sea of heavy winter coats and tired eyes. The air smells faintly of wet umbrellas, damp wool, and freshly roasted coffee beans from a nearby kiosk. You don't just get on the train, you step into a humid, low-humming cabin. You find a seat, and the vinyl under your fingertips feels cold and slightly worn. As the train begins to move, you don't just look out the window. Your eyes trace the blurred, neon street cityscape rushing past the dark tunnel. The fluorescent lights above your head flicker occasionally, casting a pale, jittery glow on the faces of strangers lost in their own thoughts. Suddenly, the train halts with a sharp, metallic screech. The rhythmic pulse of the crowded urban morning pauses for a brief, breathless second. A voice over the intercom echoes, crackly, distant, and distorted. Notice what we just did here. We didn't change the destination. We didn't change the journey. The train is still the exact same train. The commute is still the same boring routine. But by replacing generic verbs with evocative adjectives, we transformed a dry, robotic experience into a living, breathing story. The 3-Step Fluency Guide. So, how can you use this exact strategy tomorrow morning to break through the invisible wall of the intermediate plateau? How do you move from basic A2 vocabulary to the expressive, high-level fluency you actually crave? Here is your 3-step mental exercise for your next commute. Step 1. Ban the generic verbs. Tomorrow, you are not allowed to use words like go, walk, sit, see, or have. Force your brain to look for the details. Don't say, I see a man. Say, I notice a tall, sharp-dressed man. Step 2. Collect 3 textures. Look around you and find 3 distinct sensory details. What does the air smell like? Is it crisp and foggy, or stale and warm? What does the seat feel like? Is it smooth and polished, or rough and cold? Step 3. Build the atmosphere. Combine those details into one short, descriptive sentence in your mind. You don't need to write it down, just whisper it to yourself or think it. Instead of, the bus is full, say to yourself, the bus is a packed, slow-moving capsule filled with the low murmur of morning whispers. True fluency is not about memorizing thousands of grammar rules or repeating flashcards until your eyes hurt. True fluency is about nuance. It's about tone. It's about texture. When you learn to describe the world not just by what is happening, but by how it feels, smells, and looks, you stop translating words in your head. You actually start living them. So tomorrow morning, when you step out of your door, don't just commute, narrate. Until next time, keep practicing, keep painting with your words, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.